Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. So today we're going to look at Acquiesce by Oasis. So taking a look at the introduction, we're going to play something like this. And we're essentially just going to do that twice. And the first part is going to be playing an A minor bar chord. And the riff is going to be created by lifting off our ring finger and our pinky finger from the chord, the fifth note and the octave A. We're just going to do it like that. And obviously when I'm lifting off that ring finger and pinky finger, we're going to be playing the barred 5th fret. We're then going to count twice, and then we're going to do it again. But then this time we're going to finish with a little bend, and we're going to do that with our middle finger and our ring finger, and we're going to be playing a D and an F sharp note on the G and B strings. I'm just going to play them together at the end of the riff. It's going to sound like this. So right before we go into the verse, there's going to be a little bit of lead guitar which is going to go along with that riff, and it's going to sound like this. And we're just going to be doing unison bends. So to play that, we're going to have our index finger on the 17th fret of the B string, and then we're going to have our middle finger and our ring finger on the G string above it, and we're going to have them on the 19th fret. I'm just going to bend up to unison. Then we're going to take that down 2 frets. Then we're going to take it down another 2 frets. Then 1 fret. And then finally another 2 frets down. Just starting from that position here. And that'll take us into the verse. So taking a look at the verse chords, the progression is going to be A minor, a D, just a D5 chord, and then a G major chord. And the kind of pattern is going to be this. Or as open chords. You know, whatever you prefer. And the only thing you really need to note is that on that A minor chord, we're going to be lifting up our ring finger and our pinky finger, just like that. Obviously when we lift it up, we're going to be playing the barred 5th fret. And then playing it as an open chord, it's just our middle finger and our ring finger. It's just that 5th and then the octave A. So from what I can tell, there's also a bit of a riff going on in the verse, and you know, it's hidden between a lot of kind of overdriven guitars, so it's hard to work out what it is precisely, but it sounds something like this. That's what it sounds like to me, and that's going to be starting on our A note, the 5th fret, and we're going to kind of do the same as the riff. I'm just going to go from A down to G, that 3rd fret, and then back up to our 5th fret. I'm just going to do that. And then we're going to do this. And that's going from our 6th fret which is going to be a sort of blues passing note. It sounds really nice, but you wouldn't want to stay on it. It just wouldn't fit in the key. So we go from that 6th fret, that D sharp to D, then play the open A, and finish on the G. I do it with my ring and pinky finger, but you can do it however you like. And like I say, it sounds like this. And that's hidden amongst the... It's really buried in there, but I think it adds quite a little bit to the song, and it's quite nice. Going from the verse into the chorus, we're going to do a progression which sounds like this. And so that's going to be a descending bass line, and it's going to be going from A to G to F sharp to F and then E. But we're going to do it as chords, and as chords those are going to be A minor, G, and then we're going to move our index finger to the 2nd fret, the F sharp, and then we're going to sort of play a chord like that. So we're going to have our G chord. We're going to move our middle finger down to the 2nd fret of that G string, so it looks like the beginnings of a D chord, and then we're going to bring in our index finger to play the 2nd fret, that F sharp note of the low E string. From there we can go to F and then E. And you know, you can either play the E chord as an E major or an E7. There's not a massive amount of difference in this song between the two chords. Obviously the only difference is that the E7 chord will add a little bit more tension to the song. But again, you know, that's personal preference, whatever you prefer to do. I usually just prefer doing the E chord. And it's going to sound like this. So taking a look at the chorus, the chords are going to be F, C and G. And that's going to be the chords for the entire chorus, and it's going to sound like this. Once we've done that through quite a few times round, we're then going to do the descending run back into the verse. So this has been my tutorial for Acquiesce by Oasis. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.